when you look at this story with Caroline Garcia, she plays her butt off. And unfortunately, she has to go back to her social media after losing in the US Open and come back to messages of, I hope your mom dies soon. Like, what the hell is wrong with people? I'm all for free speech. I'm all for people out there having social media and they're entitled to their opinion. That's fine. But all this hateful rhetoric, it's bullshit, to be honest with you. It's horrible. Like, what are we doing? It's like that, not just for high level tennis players, but it's also like that for us on the radio. You should see some of the things people say to us. It's horrible. It's terrible. And I know it's easy on the outside to be like, oh, don't worry about it. Just forget about it. Yeah, okay. It's easier said than done. And it's not just people talking about like, oh, they don't like your opinion or they think you're like not talented. It's not that. It's personal attacks. And as much as I love the fact that we do have social media to give people an opportunity to speak their mind freely and give their opinion, the fact that we have a bunch of Twitter tough guys and keyboard warriors that think that they can say whatever the hell they want to people and not have any semblance of punishment or consequences, that's something that needs to change. And if we think that it just stops with tennis, if you think it just stops with Caroline Garcia, now this has been going on. And don't give me the, oh, this is just an America type thing. It's not. It doesn't stop in the United States. Look 2 years ago. Zhu Yi, she was a figure skater for China in the 2022 Olympics. She falls. She didn't do well at all. And she goes back and she gets so heavily criticized on Weibo, which is the Chinese equivalent of Twitter. And they had to delete over 300 posts and suspended accounts because of the vicious level of attack that she was getting. Look farther back, 2 years before that, the European Championships of Soccer in 2020, where England lost in the final on penalty kicks, and three guys that missed the kicks, Bukayo Saka, Marcus Rashford, and Jadon Sancho, they were tore to shreds on social media. And not like, oh, they suck, you're not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Hundreds of racial epithets, hundreds of just absolutely despicable comments thrown their way. In no way, shape, or form should hateful, racist comments towards athletes, towards radio hosts, towards anybody. It doesn't matter how high profile you are. We should be better. We need to be better. We want all of our athletes to be more open and honest and transparent. And then everybody says, "Oh, well, you're a professional athlete. You make millions of dollars. You should be able to deal with it." All right. Well, I think that's fair for the criticism, right? If you're saying somebody needs to be better, if you're pointing out some of the things they're not doing correctly, I think that's fair game. And they should have to deal with stuff like that. But at the end of the day, part of the reason why you love the athletes on the teams that you cheer for is that there's they're kind of like you, right? At the end of the day, when you see Victor Hedman with his puppy, you're like, oh, he's a dog lover. I love Victor Hedman. When you see Steven Stamkos playing with his kids, you're like, yeah, I'm a parent too. It humanizes them. You don't look at them at that in that instance as a millionaire, as a professional athlete. You love them because you can relate to them. So let's not forget when these professional athletes they catch this hateful rhetoric on social media. As much as we think, or as much as you may think, oh, they should be able to deal with it. They're millionaires. Let's not forget they're humans too. Think about that. Some people's entire goal in their life is to stay on social media and just talk shit to people. What the hell does that say about you? We have to do better. We have to check each other. If you see people out there that are doing it and you know them, like let them know, man. Like be better, do better. The Twitter tough guys and the keyboard warriors, it has to stop. There's too many examples of it. We got to be better.